Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unit 4 section on what is a rate and what is a unit rate. Again, make sure that you pause the lesson as you go through in order to get all of the notes taken, as I will continue to move quickly to make the video not be extraordinarily long. All right, what is a rate? A rate is a ratio that compares two quantities. The first part of this definition is the same as you wrote down for the last lesson on ratio, except the difference is that it compares different units. Where a ratio compared the same units, today we're going to compare different units. We are also going to practice taking the rates that we write and writing them as a unit rate. A unit rate compares it to one of something. Compares it to one of something. Let's work through some examples. All right, so in order to write a unit rate, I need to first of all make sure that I'm paying attention to the order that is stated. In this particular problem, we're going to write the rate as well as the unit rate. We're going to write all the pieces. I'm going to see if I can move this down just a little bit. There we go. All right, so Sam reads 141 pages in 3 hours. How many pages does she read per hour? So we have what we're comparing is pages per hour. Our rate is going to be in the exact same order. So I know that I want to have pages on top, hour on the bottom. When I go back and read, I know that it was 141 pages compared to 3 hours. So I put 141 over 3. Just like with a ratio, I always want to make sure that I reduce this. In the example here, when I reduce it, it's automatically going to turn it into a unit rate, however. A unit rate compares it to 1. So how do I get this 3 to reduce down into a 1? Well, I need to divide it by 3. When I divide both sides by 3, I'll be able to get an answer of 47. Then I have to ask myself, what does this unit rate mean, 47 over 1? That unit rate means 47 pages. Notice pages is still on the top, and it compares to the 47. And hours is on the bottom compared to the 1. So it means that I was able to read 47 pages in 1 hour. The rate here, comparing pages to hours, again comparing two quantities that are different, 141 over 3, unit rate compares it down to 1. Go ahead and pause this and see if you can answer that and then come back. So the question states, on a trip from Columbus, Ohio to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Lee drove 864 miles in 14 hours. What am I comparing? I am comparing miles and hours. So I know that I want miles on top and hours on the bottom. How many was I comparing to begin with? There were 864 here and 14 here. That is my rate. Now, both of these are even, so I know they can be reduced. So I'm going to reduce these. And in reducing them, I know they can both be divided by 2. And in dividing it by 2, I'm going to get 432 over 7. So this here would be my rate. I started with the 864 over 14 and reduced it to 432 over 7. So what did that mean? That I could drive 432 miles in 7 hours. But that still does not get me to a unit rate. So I have two options. Option 1 is I can take this 432 and convert it to 1. Or I can take the 864 over 14 and convert it to 1. Each one is going to give me the same exact answer. I'm going to take the 432 and convert that to 1, since that is, the 432 over 7 and convert that to 1, since that's what's there. Oh, all right, so that's not working the way I planned. So let's, all right, we're just going to erase that. So we have 432 over 7 as our rate. We're going to divide it by 7 and divide it by 7. And I end up getting 61.7 over 1. What does that mean? Again, we were comparing miles to hours. So I can drive 61.7 miles in 1 hour. In this question, we have Alex who is spending money on 2 different items. He's spending $12.50 on 2 pounds of almonds and $23.85 on 5 pounds of jelly beans. We want to figure out which one is cheaper. So I know that I have $12.50 for 2 pounds of almonds. So I know that this information goes with my almonds, $12.50 for 2 pounds. I also know that I have $23.85 for 5 pounds of jelly beans. So I'm going to take that information and bring it down to my jelly bean portion. I know that I have to fill in the rates and the unit rates for my almonds. Again, it told me dollars for pounds. So I know that dollars are first and pounds are second, which is going to make this $12.50 over 2. I divide both sides by 2 to get to my unit rate of 1. When I do that, I get $6.25. This unit rate tells me that it is $6.25 for 1 pound. Then I need to solve the jelly bean problem. On the jelly bean problem, I know that it cost me $23.85 for 5 pounds. If I divide both of these by 5, it will bring me to my unit rate here. And up here I get $4.77. What does that $4.77 mean? It means that it is $4.77 for 1 pound. The question said, which one is less expensive? Which one costs less? Well, $6.25 up here and $4.77 down here tells me the jelly beans are cheaper. By how much? Well, I need to subtract that. I need to take the $6.25 from the almonds and subtract the $4.77 from the jelly beans. When I subtract them, I'll be able to find the difference between the two. And that tells me the jelly beans are $1.48 cheaper than the almonds. Same idea here with Cameron. What I want you to do is try this one. So first read the problem. We have Cameron who spends $22.50 for 2 pounds of peanuts, $31.05 for 3 pounds of cashews. Go ahead and pause it and figure out which one was cheaper and by how much. All right, hopefully you have this completed by now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in $22.50 and 2, and I'm going to get an answer of $11.25 for 1 on the peanuts. Then I'm going to go to cashews, which was $31.05 for 3. And to get it down to 1, I need to divide by that, which I believe is $10.35. So in this example, the cashews are cheaper, and when I subtract it, it should be cheaper by 90 cents. There are a few extra examples here where you have to figure out the better buy. Again, these are great skills for you to have when you are just in the grocery store trying to figure out which is the best deal. If I can buy a 3-pack of granola bars for 33 cents and a 4-pack for 72 cents, which one's my better buy? Well, I don't have any of my boxes set up here, so I need to set them up myself. I know that I'm comparing money to the bars. And I want that to equal money to the bar. So what do I know? Is that it's 33 cents for 3 bars. And when I when I find the unit rate for that, I find out that it's 11 cents for 1 bar in this case. In this other example, when I set it up, I'm still going to do money per bar, but I'm going to put the 72 cents on top and the 4 bars on the bottom. And to find the unit rate for 1, I think you've noticed I've always been dividing by that denominator. So then I have to take that 72 and divide it by 4. And if I can do the math quickly enough in my head, I believe it's 18 cents. Yeah, 18 cents per bar. So this top one, the 3-pack, is 11 cents. The bottom one is 18 cents. So the 3-pack of granola bars would be cheaper for me to buy than the 4-pack. Finding the unit rate and the better buy requires just some extra work, writing down the examples. Make sure when you are writing your comparisons that you have the same item on top and on the bottom and that you set them equal to each other. Best of luck on this assignment that you have in class, and have a great day.